All right, here we go. Final stream before we hit vacation. Get this set up real quick. Got some stuff to do before we go. All right, I am packed. Hey, Dex. How's it going? Orlando? I know, I don't want to. I don't want to. Hey, Inferno. Oh, that's... Thanks for the subscribe. I'm sorry about that. Tomorrow morning. What are you sick? Is it cold? Flu? I'm not bad. I'm not bad. Didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done today. Could be the flu. I know, I know. I know, it's kind of a... Oh, I'm leaving Tuesday, and they're doing all the updates on Tuesday. We get the lunar event Tuesday. Missing out on all of that. All right. Hey, Star. How's it going? Let me look and see. Hey, Joey. There an advantage to dealing multiple types of damage instead of only lightning? For what build, Joey? Good morning, Matrix. Yeah, it's something close to a week. Let me see exactly what it is real quick. When do I come back? North Carolina. Los Angeles to Honolulu. I'm back on the 13th. It looks like it's a little bit more than a week. Yep, so we're leaving on the 4th. So it's going to be 9 days. A long time. Yeah, we got a family reunion that we're going to. Thank you for the subscribe. I was messing around a little bit because the chess piece is going to get fixed tomorrow. And I was messing around with my deathquake build. Yeah, sure, Inferno. Yeah, I know. I know, Merlando. I'm afraid everybody's gonna just leave me after not being gone for 9 days. Old? Sacred, thank you. 4 months. It's been 4 months. No, the type of damage that you deal, Joey, is doesn't really matter too much. You want to deal damage, whatever you're going to be able to multiply. You at all surprised that D4 has had no roadmap? What do you mean, Vale? I have my gem. Seven months, 13 days, 21 hours. There was no wasn't there no BlizzCon? Wasn't it last year also there was no BlizzCon? I think. It's 3. I have my gems correct. Aspect rolls. My quakes are not even hitting a billion. You have. What are the rolls on your aspects? And what's your tempering at? Are you running Hodoquake or are you running which one are you running? Inferno. Yeah, no problem, Joey. Yeah, so normally when you're building a build, the monster resistance type doesn't really matter too much, but you want to stack damage that you can multiply. Just adding damage doesn't really matter too much, but a damage that you can multiply. Both Overwatch and WoW have outlined something for 2025. Let's give it a little. I'm gonna give it a little while, Vale. I'm sure that Diablo will probably come out with something. I think they kind of came back from the holidays, scrambled a little bit to get this season up and running, and now they've been spending surprisingly a lot of time just readjusting bugs and stuff, which has been really good. So I'll give them a little bit of time. They'll probably have something coming out soon. So for the Leap Quake, what did you get your tempers right? October 26th. Okay, nice. October 26th. Yeah, that's a little bit more than 4 months, right? 5 months? 6 months? Orlando has 7 months, 5 days, 21 hours. Oh yeah, just by a little bit, Aaron. Just by a little bit. What is your master working correct? Like, did you get your masterworking crits, Inferno? And are your glyphs level 100? Do you think it's worth salvaging 2 mythics you don't use in hopes of getting... Sure, why not, Joey? I mean, if you have the gold for it, then definitely. Okay. Masterworking crits are super, super important. They make a huge difference. So masterworking crits here. I haven't even been able to get this one here. 12 to heavy hitter, heavy hitter, heavy hitter. That's important. And then this is my unbuffed strength. So unbuffed, we're at 5,400. And then that's not even perfect. Because I'm missing... Actually, well, this is... Wait, what build am I running right now? I'm running... This is my Leap Quake build here. So for Leap Quake, this is it. Hey, Lindsay. Yeah, Vale, we'll give it some time. We'll see what happens over the next couple weeks. But I think that they'll come out with something. Dex has 3 months, 16 days, and 21 hours. Just past 3 months. It's the start of February. Oh. Okay. Yeah, yes. Got it. Gamble all and win. Ooh, big win. Big win. Yeah, wait, you said
Oh no!
Wait,
Oh
you said
no! Oh no!
October.
No! 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 No!
Sacred.
No! 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 Don't do it! Don't do it! You don't want to
You
do
said
it.
October
You want to
26th.
live.
All right, so this build right here, this is the build that's going to be getting buffed tomorrow. This is my own version of it. This is not probably what is going to be running as mainstream. Mainstream version of this build will probably be Bash, not Whirlwind Hammer of the Ancients. The Bash variant, you're going to have to pay attention and count. You have to count 4 critical strike hits with Bash, and then you Hoda. So, this version, you don't have to pay attention at all to that stuff. I found my 3-star Shroud of False Death. That's awesome, Cashman. What was the GAs that you rolled? Either way, 3-star GAs, amazing. In Helltides too, which is awesome. Is there a way to check for lifetime kills? No, there's not, Joey. Sometimes they send out stats at the very end of a season, but nothing this time.
Let's go.
Let me go put everything on. Let me show you guys what I'm going to be running. I think what I'm going to have to do tonight is I think I'm going to have to record the build guides live. So I'm probably going to actually record this Whirlwind Hammer of the Ancients build. Now I'll get footage of of gameplay tomorrow, but I'll go over all the stats and everything because that's all going to stay the same. And then hopefully I have enough time in the morning to get it posted. But I also don't have the right gear. Hey, Wolf, how's it going? Your 4 is better than Clip saying 6. Did I say 6? I don't remember saying 6. All stats and that was almost perfect, Cashman. If that damage was the life, that would have been amazing. Either way, still a really good find. Either way. Hey, happy cats, how's it going today? Exclamation point Discord. We'll bring up the Discord link for you. You're walking to your little get-together. Wait, walking? Yes, I'm walking. Right to the East Coast. So, this is going to be my version of of Hoda Quake. I'm pretty excited about it. Thank you, Joey. I'm glad that you watched it. I'm good, Happy. What you up to tonight? You playing some Diablo 4? He's going to catch a wave all the way there. Doing tutorials if anyone wants to join. 2 spots open with Happy Cat if you guys want to join. Death, thank you. 2 months in a row. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Zan. How's it going? Finally got Frenzy Barb rolling on tier 4. Cleared pit 70. Nice. Amazing. Little known fact. Clip is an amazing streamer and surfer. I don't like the water. So it'd be kind of hard to be a surfer. Kind of hard. Okay. Alright. Almost there. So let me show you guys this Whirlwind Hammer the Ancient build. You can see some of these here. Nope. Don't like the water at all. There's sharks in the water. That's why I avoid all the water. All of it. Exactly. There could be sharks in my water bottle. I never know that. Hey, Seaside. Oh, you beat Lilith. Congratulations. I love when people get their first Lilith kill. Barb is my favorite class. Yes, it is. Doing Rob's Whirlwind Quake build. Season for Barb. Nice. I have my own version of my Quake Stomp build. I actually put Quake Stomp together before the season started. And I started out this season. I've got my pit 100 runs down on my build to about 1 minute and 30 seconds. It's a lot of fun. You beat 101 today. Congratulations. That is amazing. When I was a kid, I used to hate swimming in the big pools alone in case there was a shark. It could have happened, Dex. You could have been eaten alive. Hey, Valley. Hit 50? That's okay. It's still a journey. And I got my season journey done. You are part of Team Dorian. Welcome to Team Dorian. Love it. Hey, Saints. Just what do I do? Wait, just what I would and pat a shark. Make it your friend. No. Don't befriend sharks. Stay away from them. Played my first barb ever this season. Had a lot of fun so far. A long shot. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome. Extra weapon slot. Yeah, it is pretty powerful. It definitely is pretty powerful. Which one are you looking for, Vale? Barb is definitely my favorite class. Yeah, it is definitely mine too. So, I have the Whirlwind Hammer of the Ancients build here. If you guys have never seen Whirlwind's Hammer of the Ancients, this is one of my favorite barbarian builds ever. This one came out in Season 2. I reimagined it for this season here. The chess piece is going to get fixed tomorrow. Now, I'm going to show you what the damage looks like right now. My gear is not correct. I'm using a lot of my Quake Stomp build. So let me show you what the damage looks like now, because tomorrow it's about to get even better. Fish are friends, not food. How did you know the girl from Jaws had dandruff? I don't know how. Still missing Grand Gems, some key Ancestrals, 1 Mythic, and Occult Gems. Oh yeah, you'll get that. I'm still missing some Grand Gems too. I haven't gotten enough yet for it. But they'll come. Is Fireball Sork still capable? Yes, Fireball Sork is capable. They're in 138, I think. I think it's a Shatter build that's clearing, but... Yeah, so Makuna went through pit 138 with the Fireball Sork. You know what's the funniest thing about the armor bug? Was working fine on the PTR. Yeah, so you know what happened, I think, Zan? Is that Fireball the enchantment then? That one's Fireball there. I just wasn't sure if maybe that's the enchantment for the Sorks then? Thank you for the subscribe. They found her head and shoulders on the beach. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Wow. Oh. Hey, Deaths. I'm not sure if I said hi or not, but I just saw you said something there. Hey, Doug. How's it going? Yeah, Joey, it is. Okay, so Whirlwind Hammer of the Ancients here. This is a weapon swap build. The way that this works is you swap back and forth between your polearm and your bludgeoning weapon. Every single swap generates Fury. So as you swap, you generate enough fury that you can basically swap endlessly. And through swapping, the way that I got it set up here is that when you swap 8 times, you guarantee an overpower. Whirlwind cannot overpower, which means that you're going to guarantee Hammer of the Ancients overpowers. You're also going to get 40x increased damage every time that you overpower with Hammer of the Ancients. We're also going to be running Battle Mad. So Battle Mad is going to give us another 40% increased damage and Berserking. So it's quite a bit here. Yep, so Firebolt to build up the burning damage, and then Fireball to shatter and continue to do damage when monsters die, I'm assuming? Okay, so here we go. So you... Nope, you didn't lose it. You got it back. Alright, so this is what the damage looks like. Let me just... Actually, hold on, I don't have the right runes on, I don't think. Right runes. Runes are important. The way that this works... Oh wait, is it the right runes? No, I don't need Igni. I need Am here. I need Pock here. Okay. That's a big win. Big win, Dex. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess... So there's already a bit... Already 1.6 trillion. I haven't popped any buffs. So now we'll pop some buffs. 3 trillion. 2.3 trillion. $2 trillion. This is what I'm seeing pop up. 2 trillion. 2.8 trillion. 2.9 trillion. So this is with the chess piece not doing as much damage as it's supposed to be doing. Hey, how's it going, pig? Pop these again. 3.2 trillion. When we were in the pits, I was all the way up into 3.5 trillion. We were up at 4.5 trillion is what I think I saw this morning when I was testing this in the pits. So, it explodes with the Mantle of Mountain Fury. And I don't have my masterworking done. I don't have the amulet that I want. I don't have the tempers that I want. So we got a lot of work to do still. But this is running to Bolt's Will. So I don't know what I'm going to do about Warcry. Hoda, kind of. We're exploding the earthquakes that we're generating. So Hoda is not really doing the damage. It's the explosion from your chess piece right here. But I have the build. Thank you, Bezel. Thank you. I have the build I've been working on. I threw it into a planner today. Here is it. I got too many builds. Barbarian. The Grim Leaper. Okay, here we go. Publish this one. Publish. That is the Beast in the Ice. Beast in the Ice. Well, I haven't tried to put on like an actual Whirlwind Hammer of the Ancients. I leave tomorrow morning, Aaron. So I'm actually going to try and see what we can get the Hammer of the Ancients damage up to. I'll probably still even use the chess piece, even though I won't be running fakes. I'll be running full overpower damage, because it's still going to do billions and billions of damage. So I went and cleared a pit 125 with this. And I need to reroll still, because I don't have 100% critical strike chance. I don't need the brawling cooldown or the movement speed at all if I'm gonna make this a pit pushing build. If this is just for like running, speed running something, then yeah, I would, but I'll show you what it looks like in the pits. And then I think I'll probably record a build guide for this, even though I don't have the right stats. I'll do the gameplay tomorrow, and hopefully I can just put it together real fast before we go. Servers go live at 8 o'clock. I have to leave my house by 9:30. See how fast we can get this 100 to go. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. So normally I have leap on here, but I actually don't have it on. You can basically just do this infinitely. You can just keep on casting Whirlwind and Hammer of the Ancients back and forth without having any monsters there. Alright, thank you for the alert. This would probably go much faster with leap. Then I can leap in between groups here. It's such a fun build to play. Watch the boss damage if I can get this right. Things just explode.
Hello,
Nice
my
games.
friend.
Thank you for the
Stay a
follow.
while and listen.
Aaron, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the travels right there. We'll go buy some lunch on Aaron. Thank you. And let's give away some points. There you go. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Throw your points, courtesy of Aaron. Definitely going to just be going out to the headhunt zones dice. Pop open your draft of whispers. Your draft of whispers here. And then complete your whispers. And then whenever the whispers that you complete, you do them, then just pop open any of the roots that are on the ground. I found that when I was the one that opened them, I had a higher chance of getting the fugitive heads. I'm not too sure why. But that's just the way that it felt. Tried your new deathquake build. Ah, thank you, Trap, for trying it. That isn't it so much fun. That build is super fun. Do I want to use that? Orlando! Thank you. You'll have another lunch on Merlando while I'm on vacation. Thank you. Thank you. Really enjoying Deathquake also. Thank you, Timbo, for trying it out. I appreciate it. Let's give away some points. Courtesy of Merlando, aka Sub Daddy. When are we doing the hot ones? Let me pull up the goal real quick. So we're at 350. So we need 400 more subs by the end of February. If we get those 400 subs by the end of February, then we'll do the hot ones challenge. Maybe I'll extend it by a week since I'm going to be gone for a lot of February. Made your build very good. Luca, I'm not sure if you're still there or not, but which one did you want? Did you build, Luca? Aaron, thank you. Thank you. We're getting closer to the hot ones challenge. You tried the hot one, you tried the last dab and nearly died. Ow. Okay, let me add some more points for Aaron, thank you. Here you go. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Wow. Yeah, so we're gonna try, I'm gonna do it. I'll do it live on stream if we hit the goal. If we hit that goal, we will do... I eat the... Thank you for the follow, Eric. I do the Apollo last dab as good Tuesday breakfast. What's the Apollo last dab? It's like the third hottest. It sucked. Wow. Okay. Oh. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. Dex, thanks for giving Rolando that chess piece. I'm 86% of the way through a level 4 hype train. We're gonna give away more points for the hype train. Long story short, it's the hottest last dab created so far. Oh, okay. Got it. Hey, Levy. Hey, La Flama. Welcome back. How's it going today? Ghost pepper. Just put it in eggs. Interesting. Who is ready? I'm ready. Your build has made me a monster. Sam, that's amazing. Thank you for trying to build. Thank you. Oh, called it saving you. It's saving you. Saved you. Thank you, Sam, for the follow. I appreciate it. Long shot got a win. Saving you. It's like, no, don't do it, cult. Ooh, see, Orlando, I told you I'd give you some good points.
There is magic in all things.
Told you.
Let me show you.
Oh no, cult. Oh, after all that. And Aaron lost all the points too. All the points from all the subs tonight. On. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I was looking at the skill tree for Deathquake, and it has 3 points to heavy-handed. That is very true, Timbo.
Hello, my friend.
That is very
Stay
true.
a while and listen.
Sandoval, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Welcome in. Let me adjust that real quick. 30 seconds left on the hype train. We'll give away some more points. How do I know if I have points? Exclamation points. It was supposed to be here. So it's actually supposed to be in Wallop. There's the hype train. Let's give away some points for that. There you go. Thank you, everybody. So the reason it's supposed to be in Wallop is that we're running a mace and a sword. So it looks like this. So you still take advantage of using a bludgeoning weapon. Then you get that extra damage from blood or Wallop. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for the catch. That was a good catch. I did rig the bot. I know. I'm sorry. Can't help it. Sometimes I just have to. Hey, Andre, how's it going? What game are you playing? Which one? Really not looking forward to being gone for so long. Really not. Sorry for what? You don't have to be sorry for anything. You're good. What game are you playing? Baku, I am going to the East Coast, going to North Carolina. Gonna be back on the tab. Andre, have you seen any of the content that I posted? I posted a ton of build guides, ton of content, ton of how-to. Not much, Baku. Not much. Yeah, I'm going until the 13th is when I'm coming back. Yep, I also have 47 people on Twitch watching. I got 25 people on YouTube watching. A lot of people hanging out with me tonight. And we just got started, too. We've only been going for 39 minutes. So, but we'll probably do... Maybe we'll... I know, and I'm going to leave everybody. I know. I really don't want to. At all. Oh. Yeah, I'll be back, though. I know, I'll be back. Orlando, don't worry. I'm coming back. I promise. Oh. We'll be back. Andre, what class are you playing in PoE 2? We actually have a really big PoE 2 guild too. It was completely maxed out. I actually had to get on and kick some people out today. We got rid of a whole lot of people. Raid the reunion. Okay. I need a new amulet. I'm on YouTube right now because I'm very not sober and I don't feel like moving. YouTube is fine. You can watch on YouTube. That's fine. Just don't kick me from the until reset with PoE. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I passed the guild leader to duo for now because I am going to be gone, and PoE has 0 functions that officers can do except for invite people. So I gave it to him so that in case they need to do something, like they can't control stash, they can't control kicking people, they can't control promoting people, they can't do anything. So I tossed it over so that they had something that can do. So I will let Duo know. I'm working on my warrior finally, 5th character, getting to the end game. Want to play other alts with different characters so I can try them. So if the leveling process for me, Baku, if the leveling process was better, I would have loved to do that and got to try a couple, but I just hated leveling. Just hated it. Hey, how's it going? Agwag? Is that it? Agwag? Aaron hasn't even... Not yet. Are you gonna play it, Aaron? Anthony, thank you for the follow. How's it going tonight? No? Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Tomorrow, Elmo. Well, at least tomorrow for me. Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow for me. I don't know about anybody else. But tomorrow for me. Oh, your name. Isn't it confusing? There's actually been a couple people that have popped in with that have had my real name, and I had to like call them by my real name, and it's always very confusing, and like I chuckle about it a little bit. It's Wednesday for me, so the patch should be Thursday. Wait, no, it's Tuesday for me, so it wouldn't be Thursday for you. It should be Wednesday for you. GA polearm? Please. What, you think it's good? Think that the polearm's good? Feels weird when someone has your name. Yeah, isn't it? Gotta go turn this in. Raid? Raid. Raid. Raid what? What are we raiding? Need an amulet. We're gonna go with amulets. I changed my username because there's another dog in chat. Okay. Yep, that's fair. Oh, that kind of raid. A cupcake raid. One of the best kind of raids out there. Cupcake, welcome back. My last stream before vacation. How's it going tonight? How was your stream? Thank you for the shout out.
Presented to you by Cliptus. Supported unofficially by Blizzard Entertainment. The first ever look at the most overpowered,
After
most
rain?
awaited for class to be released in an AARPG.
Doc.
Ghost Barbarian. Enjoy. Go Barb Nation.
For everybody that is just joining us, I'm Cliptus, doing some Barbarian content. I'm going to be gone for a little over a week, but I have a lot of stuff. I'm going to try and do a couple different build guides tonight, live, and I'll have them out for tomorrow because we have the chest piece that's getting fixed for your Hoda barbs. So if you guys want to do some Hoda barbing, I got a very fun version of that build for you. Probably won't be what the meta version of that is, but it's something that requires a lot less paying attention and a lot more fun. So it's going to be out. I'm probably going to do it tonight. If you guys want to stick around and go over the whole thing with me, we'll be doing it nice and live. But thank you so much for the raid. Just working on finishing your seasonal stuff. Got to get my Coven to 21. Then do you get Cupcake? Or your Cupcake. Oh boy. Then do you get Dorian? Are you joining Team Dorian? What's my favorite cupcake? Cupcake cult. That's not a hard question to answer. So I think the patch should be dropping at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Words are difficult. I have a family reunion in North Carolina that I'm going to. So are you gonna post the bar builds on Mobalytics? Yes, they're actually already on Mobalytics right now. I have everything uploaded to Mobalytics. I just don't have a build guide video out for it yet, but yeah, bam, I'm going there. I'm going to North Carolina. I'm kind of nervous to be gone for that long. I was born in South Carolina. Oh, cool. Hey, Lau.
What a jerk face.
Yeah, I think I've driven past the Carolinas once. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, I sneak in some pic. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, pics I can, and then depending on where and when and how we are, then maybe I'll just pop open like a live stream on my phone on Twitch while we're there and say hi to everybody that's around. Because like most of my family's gonna like sleeping, and I'm gonna be like sitting there wide awake. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. My cupcake. I had cupcake for my birthday, and chat accused me of cannibalism. It is cannibalism. It is. I'm going to quickly look up flights for tomorrow. Do it. Head on out. See you then. I'll see you then. Yep. Yes, you do. You guys all count as family. I will see you there. Where have you seen mythics drop this season? Yeah, all of them. I've been, whenever I save up enough boss mats, Vale, I just do runs. and we've been bringing everybody around. We had so many mythics drop last night. We did boss runs last night. Just whatever I had mats for, and we had so many mythics for everybody drop. No, the fur babies are gonna stay here. You can be the +1 sugar daddy. Yes, Undercity for boss mats works, but inside of these zones here, the head hunt zones, is probably the best place for mythics. Or not mythics, for boss mats. Like if you go to where they have the these things spawning, go like in 6s they drop constantly. Yeah, so Vale, normally every night I end up doing something with people in some way or shape or form, and I have a bot that runs on Twitch that records people for me. Makes it a little easier for me to do things, but yeah, I love bringing people around along with me to do things. I think it might, I don't know if it's me or not, but I think Dorian might be a little slow right now. I don't know if I need to fine-tune Dorian a little bit, but I had crap luck on mythics. I ran a ton of Zir and only 1 mythic drop. Oh man, we were getting like two people per party were getting like mythics sometimes. They were dropping so often. I think we had someone get a Selig, someone else got a Starless Sky, and Merlando got a Doombringer all in one boss kill. 5 shrouds, nice. Very nice. Legendary runes. Bosses have been, well, bosses and this zone right here has been where most of them have dropped. I'm lazy. I've gotten a lot of them inside the headhunt zone, just running around and killing things. I thought you got a grandfather. Yeah, that's what I said. I said you got a grandfather. Let's see. Words? R. Art. Said Doombringer, not Grandpapa. Yeah, that's what I said. Grandpapa, not Doombringer. Right. I have Jaw runes to trade for Bach runes if anyone's interested. Corey's got Jaw runes to trade for Bach runes if anybody is interested. I have no runes to my name. You'll get some. You should have some runes, though. You should have, like, regular, like, blue and, yellow runes at least, right? I don't even know her. Why not? Yeah, no, I know, I can't. See, this is what I mean right here. Like, this zone here, this Exquisite Blood, the 6 of them, drops constantly. So this is really great for boss mats. Here's more boss mats just laying around. So if you guys are looking for boss mat farms, inside of this zone is really good. I actually really like what they did. I have an Igni. Oh, perfect. Igni is one of the better ones that you can use. I am great for boss mats, I know. That's why I've been helping everybody with boss mats. I like running around this zone. This zone. And then if you always open up your routes, more chances for boss mats. Who needs to farm boss mats when you have clip? Exactly. You don't have tech? I'll give you tech. We have tons of tech runes. Like way too many tech runes. 2 a.m. Okay, Vale, thank you. Have a good one. Thank you. I will have a good vacation, hopefully. Hopefully. Hop into the party, Orlando. I'll give you a tech rune. So many tech runes. Okay, let's go turn this in. Six gold, thank you. Thank you, that's amazing. Man, just like every other season, William, you are loaded. Loaded. This guy. Can you believe it? 6 whole gold. I don't know what I would do without this guy here. Ooh, I gotta look up how much I spent on groceries. Any input on the best ways? Tomorrow, Corey, they are getting buffed, so they should be. You'll see an increased drop rate tomorrow. So, Orlando, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll load up in 5. Still crying in the shower about bandaging you for 9 days. Oh. Oh yeah, your OCD relief. 50. Oh, yep. That makes sense now. You're at a multiple of 50. Add points all. 50,000. There you go. Enjoy your points, everybody. Courtesy of Merlando. Thank you. I wonder what happened if Merlando gifted subs and no one was eligible. They actually continue to gift subs even if everybody in chat has already gifted subs. Yeah, it just keeps on gifting them out to... I did look it up to see. Because at one point, I didn't have 5,000 followers. I had a lot less. And it wasn't that long ago. I was looking it up to what would happen because I was actually getting really close to capping out. And it just keeps on gifting subs. $10K 10K followers by the end of the year would be big. That would be really big. If I follow the same timeline, I'm on pace for it. But that would be a lot. And that would need to be like very consistent growth. It's been 20K by the end of the year? No way. Something really big would have to happen for that to be a thing. Oh no, what did I get? Which one was that? Oh, I did. Okay, I got the right one. Always take the dungeon keys. Dungeon keys. Yeah, they go to people. Visit your stream. Yeah. Which actually, like, is a good and a bad thing. Because I've had people actually pop in and be like, hey, somebody gifted me a sub to your stream, but I don't remember stopping in here, probably because it was a raid. But then they just, like, hung out, and then, like, they just stay. Oh. 10 million subs by tomorrow, easy. That's easy. I actually think I'm a little off of the 10K pace by the end of the year, because if we follow the same timeline that I was going on, I was at 100 million sub club. Oh yeah, easy, by the next hour? Come on. Give me a challenge here first. Aiming for 3K by the end of the year. That's a good goal. That is a good goal. I mean, like, in terms of, like, just streaming on Twitch, that is definitely challenging. I have, the amount of people that pop in here that have tried the builds that I posted is a lot. Hey, MP Gibby, thank you for the follow. One more follower on Twitch. Give away some points. You guys can get a nice big Gamba sesh going. So, I definitely wouldn't see the growth that I'm seeing if I was just doing Twitch. And you have only done just Twitch, right, Cupcake? I think I remember you saying that. You've just done Twitch. Wait, I thought I did a fugitive head. Cover or slay? I swear I did that. Everybody on Earth subbing to clip tomorrow. Easy, yeah. Phone is dying. Alright, thank you. Have a good night. Yeah, so that's very impressive, Cupcake, that you've gotten this far. It means that you're just really good at streaming. You're finished crying. Okay, good. I'm glad. Glad. When I tried to do it without 13 away from 1500, that is amazing. Nice. You're almost there. So what, maybe tomorrow? Have you ever posted any content at all, Cupcake? Have you ever tried to convert clips and, like, post them into TikTok or anything? Got a crying remedy waiting in your stash, Merlento. Hey, how's it going, Laurel? There we go. Got it. Look at all the boss mats. All the boss mats. All the materials of bosses. Building a new Necro because it's the one character I never played. Nice. This is a good season for it. I don't TikTok, unfortunately. We can't do TikTok. Asen has a government job and TikTok isn't allowed. Oh, okay. That's fair. YouTube Shorts? Can you do YouTube Shorts? Is it really easy if someone clips something for you? Convert it into... Oh my goodness. Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Never heard of you. Thank you so much for the raid. Hopefully, had a great stream. Thank you for coming over here. This is my last stream before I go on vacation. My vacation is going to be starting tomorrow morning. I will be gone for 9 days. It is a very long time to be gone from this world of content creation, so please do not forget about me. I will be back, I promise you. For everybody that's just joining us, I'm Cliptus, and I have been doing Barbarian content
What a jerk
this season.
face.
And we have some incredibly fun builds that I've posted all on my YouTube page. They're on Mobalytics. So go check them out if you haven't yet. What were you up to tonight? Never heard of you.
It is done.
Ooh, double dungeon keys. Beautiful. I think you would do really well, Cupcake, if you just did some like YouTube shorts or something, and you just took your Twitch clips. You can actually convert your Twitch clips with a converter. I don't know if you've ever seen it before or not, but it's like a one-click button, and it does it automatically for you, and it turns them into short-form content, like phone thing. Hey, PJ. Phoenix? Oh, you brought us here. Wow. This guy. What a jerk face. Was playing around with my Necro doing my barb break. Okay, that's fair. Necros are strong this season. Real strong. We'll see what happens after tomorrow. So Necros hold the #1 spot right now. Barbarians are already clearing pit 150. The chess piece. So somebody was actually just saying that the chess piece was working correctly on the PTR, and then it broke. I think that they might have been trying to fix it because it was actually overtuned, and they did state in the blue post that it is overtuned, and they're going to have to reevaluate it for Season 8, which means it's going to get nerfed. So tomorrow, when this chess piece gets fixed, we're actually going to be looking at an overtuned piece of gear going in. Hey, good night, Aaron. Have a good night. Thank you again for the subs. So, we're going to get... Barbarians might start to give the Necromancers a run for their money. Maybe. We'll see how strong it is. There's this Steelgrass build that this guy I met built. That's insane. I've seen yours, but he modified a little differently. Nice. So mine isn't really a Steelgrass build, mine's a Deathblow build. But Steelgrass is used because it's not a, effectively a core skill. Thank you, Aaron. I will. Definitely technology impaired. Hazen takes care of all of the tech stuff. Oh, perfect. At least you have somebody that can do it for you, Cupcake. Yeah, no. Tomorrow, this is my last night here. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get on, but it looked like it worked out that I could. So, I'm here. Iron Maelstrom. Fieldgrass one? I'm not sure. I don't have Iron Maelstrom on. I have Deathblow and Quakes. Hey, David. The Deathblow and Quakes build is the only Deathblow build that's on the leaderboard. It's getting pushed back a little bit as everybody's getting more used to the Quake build. But William, I know. Yeah, William's on. He's carrying me right now. Real hard. Hey, Mechanic. How's it going? David, how's it going tonight? What you up to? What do we get? Anything? We had a lot of stuff dropping. Oh, not what I want. Oh. God, could that get any worse? I think Merlando needed a Bach rune. Could that get any worse? I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's brutal. No, Joey. I'm not. Um, if you go, Joey, if you go to my YouTube page on the YouTube profile, go look at the unlimited life potion hack video. It'll explain everything to you. Need tissues, I'm all out. For crafting mythics? Wait, what do you mean, Zan? What about for crafting mythics? Oh, that's good though. I didn't even realize I was just staring at this. Look what I'm staring at. I see it. Yeah, Cupcake, it was Merlando. He needed it to get his whirlwind build up and running. A perfect aspect of incendiary fissures. Oh man. We got it. I said I have a tech rune for you, Merlando. Not bad either. That 0.01% is still a lot of damage, but saving that. Oh, I thought you said you didn't have tech. So for anybody looking for Infernal Horde keys, these right here, these greater collections of dungeon keys, this is going to give you 1, 2, 3 Infernal Horde keys, and then again another 1, 2, 3 Infernal Horde keys. 4 Infernal Horde keys. So 7 total. I know, you were like, can I get a guide, please? Can you please link me the guide so I don't have to go look at the videos? And I linked you to the guide, and then you never looked at the guide. I gave my last box to a friend yesterday. And I'm a Rune Hoarder. I felt bad giving it away. That's okay, I'm sure they'll put good use to it. Wait, breath? No, what was it that I... Cycle is max, okay. Yeah, but the guide is a Paragon board, right? Where do I get the Raven? From your seasonal journey. You gotta complete the seasonal journey here, and then you get Dorian. Team Dorian. Team Dorian. Yeah, no problem. Big stomp. Baby got Bach. Absolutely.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Snakes. Why does it always gotta be snakes? Why? Elixir, elixir, elixir. Yeah! You know why we have that on there? Pick. I need
Barb
to swap my
Nation.
runes. I don't need a lith. I need an igni. And I need a hawk. And this one is... Try... No. I want Gar. I don't have a Gar. Why don't I have Gar? Yeah, well, when we were running the hits, or the last season, or the season before, one of the two, I don't remember which one it was. As we were pushing, I kept on running into stupid snakes. And the snakes are some of the tankiest ones, and it was like every single hit run that you do, you get snakes. Every single one of them. Yeah, I have them too. I just don't know why it was not in my bags. So every single time... Wait, yeah, no, I do have the right one on. Okay. So I put together the Indiana Jones thing, because it's very fitting. What am I missing? Missing something here. Movement speed's very slow. Weird. This is why I do Soul... Wait, Indiana Jones is why you do Soul Brand t-shirts? Oh! What a jerk face. What a jerk face. Any build? No, most of the builds don't run two-handed axe. You can run it, just the other ones are better, generally. Ugh. If you get time today, can you take a look at my Ramalotni's build? Something... Ramalotni is running what skill? Do you have a good two-handed axe, Borg? Being haunted in season 2. Oh, being Soulbrand. Okay, yes. That's what I thought. Whirlwind, Earthquake, Quake, Ramalotni. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's just it's the implicits. Is it like your traditional... So you're missing out on the heavy hitter. And I did test Ramalotni's versus heavy hitter. And I think that I did more damage with heavy hitter, which didn't make much sense, but you have to give up a lot in order to stack Max Fury. How much Max Fury do you have, Grim? Teleport build can be a good build, Zay, but not super necessary. You can still run really, really fast runs without teleport on. I think my fastest run is like 1 minute 10 seconds for Pit 95. And that's without. I just run leap. You run a nice cooldown on leap here, and then you put this on, which I didn't have for that last run, actually. You just put giant strides. So this will reduce it 7 seconds. And my leap is at 9. So if you're looking for a speed run, you actually just drop... Like, I think I would probably just swap. Which one? This one right here. So if I just did this... Now my leap is 5.4 seconds. That's what that's what I was just running it on today. Show you. Wait, movement speed is gone completely. Hold on. Let me try a different one. Different amulet. Let's run this one here. What's this at now? 8.3. Okay. Grim, I don't have anything enabled right now. Links, but if you want to post it in Discord, we could do that. Yes, Nalu. I'm heading to the East Coast. I actually really enjoy running Leap on the controllers. I am running a polearm. Hey, Gene. But if you're worried about running Leap on a controller, you're gonna have the same thing with Teleport as you will with Leap. So it's gonna be the same exact thing, because Teleport acts the same way. But if it's a little bit of practice, and it works really, really well. That was a two-person group. If I'm by myself and the map's really good, it's very quick. Have a good night. Go down to Torment, or go down to normal, Gillian, and then go into the training grounds. Pop it on your axe onto your whirlwind, and then just hit the training dummies. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. All right, have a good night, Cupcake. Thank you again for the raid. So this is actually a polearm here. The skin itself looks like axe. Yeah, Chumba, I actually am not looking forward to going. I want to I don't want to leave for that long. Okay, sounds good, Grim. Grim, wait, did you say how much max fury you had again? Yeah, I know, I love it. It looks so good. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I need one more follower on Twitch, and I get to give away some points to everybody. I'm going to be staying at one of my brother's house. We're all meeting up in North Carolina, where my brother lives.
Hello, my friend.
Borg, thank
Stay
you
a
for the
while
follow.
and listen.
I'm going to give away some points here. It's going good, Lumber. How about you? Going good. Ooh, 260. Okay, so you're getting 130. X. Hey, Sin, thank you. 7-month streak. That is a long time. Thank you so much. Which are the best 2 GAs for Mountain Fury? I would definitely say defensive stance and your chance to cast earthquakes or deal double damage would be.
Hello,
Art,
my friend.
thank you so much for the
Stay a
follow.
while and listen.
Thank you, Lumber. Thank you. I would have liked the GA to be on all stats instead of the damage. The damage is not important whatsoever, but Chicken Skin, how's it going tonight? Where are you from, Chicken Skin? I did 140 with it. Currently world's highest without a Hoda. Very nice. Okay. So I was thinking about adding it into my deathquake build. By the way, playing the Death Blow, easy solo 120, changed it a bit. Yeah, that's perfect, Joe. That's what the guides are for. You take a guide and then you make it your own. Saw that you have an Uber ring on. I got it yesterday. Is it worth using? Yes, I use it in every build. Starless Sky. Just the triple all stats is beast itself. Yes, it is. Yeah, but if it was a GA, it's more strength to add. Just got back into the game and I've been watching all your recent bar videos. Oh, thank you for watching them. I appreciate it. I actually just posted a whole bunch of stuff for like anybody that is either new or coming back. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's out there. So thank you and welcome back. How long has it been since you've been back? Grim, have you tried running Fists of Fate over elements? You wait, why don't you have... Oh, you have bulk. Okay. And then also, why... What's the cooldown on your Wrath of the Berserker cooldown? Because you have Wrath of Berserker, or you have Vehement Sprawler on your amulet. But that would be a 45% increase versus a 90% increase. Because Bulk Hathos over here is a 90% multiplier. Yeah, when you put it on the amulet, it gives you a 1.5 multiplier to it. So if you put it here, you get 1.5 to it. How's the Barbarian, the pit leaderboard? Third place. How is the Barbarian on the pit leaderboard at third place, doing 150s? Gotcha. So you just wanted to add additional damage modifier. I gotcha. Recovery dude! How's it going? Welcome in. Let me just swap because we got a lot of new people here also. Thank you for the raid.
Hello,
Hopefully
my
you're
friend.
having a great night
Stay
today.
a
Hope your
while
stream was
and
great.
listen.
Everybody that's just joined us, Diesel, thank you for the follow. And then we got a lot of new people here tonight. I'm Cliptus. Currently losing my voice, and I'm going on vacation tomorrow, but I will be back, I promise. Richard, thank you for the follow also. We're talking Barb stuff tonight. We got a lot of Barb content on our YouTube page, so if you guys haven't yet, check out the YouTube page if you guys want to try out some Barbarian stuff. Okay. So for the only thing in the skill tree, Grim, have you seen the issue with aggressive resistance this season? How come we use WR? What's WR? Hey, Stealth, how's it going? The night has been going good, Recovery Dude. What were you up to tonight? Wait, what's not scaling, Joe? Wrath of the Berserker cooldown, but... Oh, that's just because this helmet does a ton of damage. In my Deathquake build, I'm running Wrath of the Berserker. So this one right here, we're running Wrath of the Berserker. But the damage that you get from running this helmet is way worth it. Even if you're running all of the Ancients for the high cooldown with Ariad's Bearing, it's still worth running this here. It's very worth it. The aggressive resistance scrim. Aggressive resistance is currently bugged this season. So like you can't go higher than 4%. Yeah, it's broken right now. I'm sure they'll fix it at some point. But I honestly I think I think what happened, well, what do you mean it's not? Heck, we're doing good. Doing good.
Be ready.
Okay. Okay, so here's all of the damage reductions. Right. So then we gotta be berserking. Damage reduction here. So, so we're here. So it goes up to 40 with no helmet on. With the helmet on, that doesn't change at all. So nothing changed for damage reduction. And that's just straight damage reduction when you're berserking. So take it off. When we go berserking, you're going to see your damage reduction change. And then I'm going to add in 3 ranks to aggressive resistance, and it doesn't change at all here. So it should be adding to your, all your damage reduction here. We'll just do this here. And then let's take this off here. Well, I died on a hardcore character and I was trying... Oh no! Died to the big ass. The big chicken. Oh no! If I should raid some... No, you absolutely should raid. Hold on, let me actually give you a shout out real quick. Did you get a shout out? I don't remember. Let me just do it anyway. Doesn't really matter how many viewers or anything you have. Nothing wrong with rating. I get really decent damage on the barbarian, a bit squishy at pit 1. Just stacking more life, more GAs. The higher life goes, the more it's gonna feel fine. Alright, so my damage reduction is at 4% now. I took off all stacks of aggressive resistance. So we have no aggressive resistance stacks. Wait. Free from oh wait, hold on here. We have none here. 0. So damage reduction here when we go with berserking. We go up to 34. When I put the helmet on, nothing happens. No change. Yeah, no problem. When you start getting more life, it makes it a lot easier. If you use things... so I actually started taking this, which I haven't actually taken in any other season. You can also take your defensive stance. So this is going to give you additional damage reduction while fortified, and it heals you also. If you take this right here, it's a really big source of healing.
friend.
Gaming Noob,
Stay
thank
a
you for the
while and
follow.
listen.
2 more followers on Twitch. Give everybody some points. Up for school run for transport? What's that stealth? What's school run for transport? Which? So I've only been doing 1 point. And then I don't even think I need the points in Prolific Fury. I am good. How about you? How about you? What you up to? Probably just go here. What was this? Pole arms. Extra point there. Fine. One is this one here. So Ramalodni's. Here, let's do this here. I'm gonna do this real quick. So, Grim, question. You're running the Weapon Master board. Is that because... Why are you running Weapon Master? Is there some bug with this? With Weapon Master? Is it just because you get that 30% X to damage and healthy? Even if you're not swapping? Hey, Art, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you. Don't use ugly. Take out all points of aggressive resistance and check. I did that too. So, take this off. I even took off the Shroud of False Death. And then we go... So I have no points in aggressive resistance at all. That's what you wanted. So right now with no points, this is what we go up to, right? So this is well berserking. So hold on, without any points whatsoever in this, we go with berserking. We go up to 34.2. So that's with no points in aggressive resistance whatsoever. Art, I appreciate that very much. So we went up to 34.2. So we're going to put in 1 point into aggressive resistance. And then we go up to 36.8. Yeah, but that one only... Right, so we put 3 points in here. And then, whoops. We'll pull this back up, right? So we go 36.2 is what we were at. 34.2? Yeah, 34.2. And then what did it go up to? It should be 12. So it should go up to 46.2. And we go up to 34.2. We go up to 42. What was I using? Oops, I was using Call of the Ancients. Using the wrong one. Hold on. It's hitting the wrong button. Wait for this to cool down again. That was the wrong button. Okay, so with 3 points in, we go up to 42.1. Now we'll take out points. So it's supposed to be 12 points. Right. So then we'll go back into it. So we're supposed to have 12% damage reduction. So now when this comes back up, let's look. So it's only giving 8% damage reduction. Instead of 12. Makes a little bit of a difference, but only 8% versus, hold on, for 3 points, which is a weird number. So if we put on this here, so then let's see, we put this on here, we get 3 points. We go from 6 to 42. Okay, so we got 42 points for 3 ranks here. So we got the same thing here. So if I put 3 more points in, let's see what happens here. Only after a certain point does it start to have diminishing returns. That worked. That gave me another 8%. I think they cut down the number that it gives. Here, watch. Let me take here. So damage reduction here is at 8%. Put on the Harlequin's crest. It went up to... It was close. It's close. Wait, where's actually... Hold on, where's my damage reduction coming from? Right here? One from item contribution. Hold on. Take this off here. So if you look right here, Harlequin's crest gives you 20% damage reduction. So I took off all of my damage reduction to give you 20% here. So only after a certain point you start hitting diminishing returns. And then let's do this here again. So we'll have 0 damage reduction additional. We have 3 points in aggressive resistance, so that should give us 12%, right? Let's see if it works. 12? 38.4. Let's do this here. Hey, 10. How's it going? Damage reduction. We'll take that damage reduction out. Word. Reduction, damage reduction. Okay, so all the damage reduction is out now. Okay, so let's just take a look right now. Okay, so 3 points of aggressive resistance should give us 12%. We'll just see if it's just hitting diminishing returns. 3% damage reduction. What is happening? Okay, so do you remember on the PTR what happened? So I got my fugitive head, but I can't hand it in. I have to do... Yeah, you have to finish the whole story, Orlando. On the PTR, aggressive resistance was bugged, and it went up so high. So it might just be hitting diminishing returns, Grim. Because once you add in all of these ER stats, you gotta see what gives you the most. Because if you're only getting 8% for 3... What build am I on? I'm up to doing the blood root hold. At the sigil, I have to pop. Possibly. One of them you have to do on normal, or on penitent. You have to do one on penitent to complete it. Yeah. Yeah, you have to go down to penitent.
It's what I do.
Hey Rico, how's it going today? Yeah, you have to go down to penitent in order to complete it. Yeah, so it looks like it's hitting some pretty hard diminishing returns, probably because it was bugged, and the tooltip isn't updating. Yeah, drop down. I had to do the same thing. Okay, so we're up to now 45. Alright, no helmet. Okay. Well, that solves that. It is working. It is working. Hydrate, thank you. Hey,
Hello,
The-
my
that
friend.
and
Stay a while and
Zomain.
listen.
thank you for the follow. One more follower on Twitch, and we're gonna give away some points tonight. Thank you for the hydrate. Hmm. Hold on, I'll be right back.
At least I can put my skills to use.
Yep, muted. Whoops. Oopsies. Thank you. Yeah, I just had a whole nice long conversation with myself. You guys seen
Hello,
how
my
fast
friend.
this
Stay a while
this
and
build attacks?
listen.
It is comical. I love it. Hey, Savannah, thank you for the follow. I'm doing a mime stream, Merlando. Just let me live my life, okay? Let me live my life. How was the rest of your stream, Savannah? Hey, Wolf. Yeah, no problem. Ah, that's okay. If you guys haven't yet, give Savannah a follow. We went there last night at the very end of the stream. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Alright, so this is how fast this... I don't even know if you can see it. This is how fast this build attacks. Right here is standing in the way. So I wonder if I get rid of... Oh no, I was looking at the Weapon Master board. So you're using Weapon Masters for the 30% to damage and healthy. I just hate that there's that gap missing, where you're just not getting anything out of that legendary node. It definitely will help pushing the pits, for sure. When you get down to the final part of that boss. So... I might swap it into this deathquake barbarian, I'm not sure. What did you end up doing for the rest of the night, Savannah? Where's my Hoda build? We're gonna go put on the right aspects for this, just make sure these are right. Thank you for the subscribe. Oh, actually that was enough. Savannah was enough followers to give away some points. Let's add some points for follows. There's your points, everybody. Enjoy. Put on the right aspects real quick, and then we're gonna do this. That's running dirty. I'll get a ton of Doomringers. That's really weird because a lot of people have been saying that they've been getting a lot of error predictions, which I've seen. Doubled up? Beautiful. Beautiful. Good morning, Grunge. How's it going today? Decimator, we have Blood Rage, we have Weapon Master. Okay. One person ended up getting 6 Doombringers. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Oh, that's insane. I'm very good. I'm very good. I actually think that I'm going to record a build guide video live because I am leaving tomorrow and I want to get this out tomorrow morning. I think I might do that. Yeah, that's true. Yes. Yep. Yeah, Grim.
I appreciate that.
So what I'm gonna do for this here, just for 9 days. Needless to say, I'm screaming at Doombringers for the rest of the night until he finally got a shroud. That's funny. I'm going to be doing the Whirlwind Hammer of the Ancients build. Well, it's going to be the Hoda Quake, is basically what it's going to be. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous to leave for so long. This is gonna be the first time in like since June, which is when started seeing some streaming success that I'm leaving. So I'm a little nervous about it. But gotta do it. Gotta do it. Come on, Frank's Pit Fighter. You can take 2 weeks off if you want. I don't want to take 2 weeks off. I want to keep going. I want to make some more content. Yeah, I'm going to try and probably do a real life stream at some point. Yeah, no problem, Grim. I'm running the same aspects, or the same, not aspects, glyphs. Except I'm running Wrath instead of Ambidextrous and Revenge. But I need the Fury generation, I think, for this build. I haven't actually tested it without it, so I might try and take that out and put Ambidextrous back on. Sal, probably not. I'm going to be doing it a little bit, but yeah, we'll do a touching grass stream. Yep. Touching grass stream. Rank to Pit Fighter. Out of 3. 2 out of 3. Alright, just for a second, one more time. Can't imagine how much a GA Pit Fighter and strength is going to be. Thanks for the subscribe. I don't know what grass is, honestly. So, but the build that I'm running, Grim, is the deathquake build. And did you see how fast it attacks and how fast we spend a fury?
In darkness.
Let me see. Let me just try taking it off. I never actually even tested it without it. That is the wrong one. Wrong one. I was not. I'm on the wrong build. Hold on. Wrong build. Back in. Forgot I was going to record that build guide. Here's Wrath. Let's try it without it real quick and then we'll go back to it. Code. So that's with it. And then we take it out. It might work. Look. Immediately out of fury. Immediately out of fury. It makes such a huge difference having this on. I can't run it without it. This particular build this one, you absolutely need it. Okay. That's good to know. Wait, load. Got everything in here. Okay. Gotta make sure my runes are correct, because this is not Igni. Good morning from the UK. Watched the masterworking video last night. How many resets did it take you to triple crit on heavy hitter? This one right here was first try. And then I haven't gotten either of these yet. It's completely random. Managed to finish Pit 100 yesterday. Congratulations. Even without Igni and my Quake Stomp build. Bach is definitely a good way to do it. Yes, if you don't have Igni. 5 hours grinding for Igni. Yeah, you'll get it eventually. It'll drop. Can you tell Grunged we can hook him up with an Igni or a Bach? Grunge, Insignia said that he can hook you up with a Igni rune if you want it. And no, wrong build. Maybe a waste. Gotten one triple crit. Not y'all. Going with Pop. Wonder what? Yeah, that's right. Oh, you're at work. Okay. Jump on the Discord later. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody that's here that has not yet, jump into Discord with us. Join up. You guys will not be disappointed. Merlando is in Discord, even though he doesn't like to talk too much. He's there. So, can't go wrong there. Have everything right? We'll have the right tempers, though. Should I go brick? Should I go brick this amulet? Go brick this amulet. I actually don't even know if I can. Alright, I'm running away to bed. Alright, have a great night. Thank you. Nicholas, it's just completely random drops. Exclamation point Discord. We'll bring up the Discord for you. You can hop in there. Quake is the strongest one with Hoda. It's not Hoda Quake, it's just Quake, but you're using Hoda to get yourself an additional 40% multiplicative damage. So not Hoda Quake, but Quake's using Hoda. Is it defensive? I bet you it's defensive. Oh, there it is. Rapid Berserker cooldown.
Come back if you need work.
Oh, it's bricked. That's okay. I figured that was going to happen. That's alright. We have another one. Take that one. Reset either? No. We have another one. Sleep, though. Have more. And you have a build link planner or something for it? For what, Rising? Oh, I don't run that version of Quake. I run a different version of Quake. It's not quite there yet. Not quite as strong.
Father bless. What do you need?
But with that version, Rising, you have to pay attention to your bash crits. So bash has to crit 4 times, and then you have to use your Hammer of the Ancients after bash crits 4 times. So you constantly have to pay attention to that. So it is a very involved build. If you don't do that rotation right, and you mess it up, then you don't do as much damage. So if you like doing things like that, then that would be a fun build for you.
I cannot be in the wilderness.
Of course, this one, first try.
Will do.
Of course. What do I want to go with? I hate that I can't use the scrolls inside of the
Need something
tempering
for it?
menu. I hope that they adjust that. I'll just take +2 to raid leader. That's fine. I really wanted Invigorating Fury, but I think raid leader will be fine. That's okay.
That there is worth the coin.
Alright, it's already better. Need to re-roll that cut to the bone.
Precious stones to catch the light. Come and
I was gonna laugh if I tripled that amulet the very first time. Okay,
Anything breaks.
one more thing. That. With tempering, especially on 3 chances, it seems like. Sometimes, yeah. Yep, sometimes. Okay, so let's do this here. Reroll cut to the bone. I want Pit Fighter or heavy-handed. Actually, counteroffensive isn't bad either. I should have taken that. I should have just taken it. Oh, there's heavy-handed. 1.
Greetings.
It's much faster doing it this way. Oh my god, it was right there again! Twice now. This is my fault. Oh my goodness. That's only +1. That's what I've done twice now. Well, I mean, kind of. Counteroffensive would be fine. We'll slow down a little bit. I did want to test out the Ramalades and see. So I'm glad that you're using it and it's working. I did want to test it out. Okay. I'm gonna go down to a couple more attempts. We're just gonna go record this build guide because I gotta get it done. I'd counteroffensive at +2 twice. Ramalama ding dongs. Is it like you're enchanting? Yeah. Normally, I would just give up at this point, just go do something else, but I wanted to see if I can get it in there for the guide, and I killed my chances twice. This is not the game's fault, this is my fault for going too fast. Playing strikes. No, that's fine. We'll just go without it. It's fine. We'll just go. Guessing. When I unlocked an occult gem, do I lose it? Wait, when I unlocked an occult gem, what do you mean? My Shaco ain't worth it despite having... Yeah, I know, Grim. Did you use the unsocket method, or did you salvage it? I like leveling characters. It's a lot of fun. You can salvage an occult gem? Okay. And it didn't go into your inventory here? Was your gem thing full here? Guessing? If your rune stash was full, it drops onto the ground. So maybe check your stash and see if anything's here. Yeah, you can level up with whisper caches. It's a method that people are doing.
Let's stay only as long as we need to.
No witchcraft here. Only honest
It's a method.
magic
It's a
until
thing.
spring.
Thanks for the subscribe. That's a long name. What was that? Looked like I might be wrong, but it looked like it said one of those like gold buying websites.
Ah, good batch there.
I only saw it briefly, but I wicked pack dipped, shaped it for a new gem, unsocketed it, and bam. Wait, did you craft your new gem though? Already?
There's a fine brew.
Those real money transaction sites. One of them offered me $1,000 a month. Post an advertisement for their channel on my YouTube videos, and another one offered me, they said anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 a month, depending. Okay, yeah, that's weird. I'm going to record the build guide. Going to turn off multi-chat. I'm going to kind of ignore chat for a little while. But you guys can listen to how this build works and how it's put together. I'm going to treat it as if I'm alone in my room recording, so I'm probably going to stumble over my words a little bit and kind of repeat myself, but not sure if you heard, but the whole East Coast is just up and vanished. Oh man, I guess I can't go on vacation then. Dang. Alright, well, if anybody pops into chat and starts talking, can anybody just, like, let them know that I'm recording? Okay, that makes sense, Jessen. Thank you. I appreciate it. Just get that up here. Yes, I am using Yen's Blessing. Ultimate premiere of the video, yes. Yep, you guys get to be here firsthand for it. I'm using Yen's for the all stats and then the cast, but it's mostly just for the all stats. Although I actually think I could probably replace it with this build since I'm running Bolt's Will. And because all of these are going to have cooldowns, Yen's can cast any of them, unless it's a mobility skill. So, probably not the best choice if you don't need the resistances, but... Okay, here we go, hold on. I'm going to set this up for tomorrow, since everything's going to be fixed tomorrow. I'm going to write out my intro real quick. Alright, so this is going to... Alright, so I'm going to record the video. Thank you, everybody, for putting up with me recording and probably stumbling over my words. You guys get to see all of the stuff that I get to edit out. Generally, when I'm live, I tend to do a little bit better just because I try not to stumble over my words as much. But a lot of times when I've actually thought about putting like some of the outtakes into the videos just as like a fun little break in the monotony, but I haven't been brave enough to do it yet. So, but all right, I'm going to start recording. Well, thank you. If you guys could just let anybody know that's going to be in chat. The Mantle of Mountain's Fury is finally fixed, and boy does it hit hard. The build I have for you is a throwback to Season 2 with a modern twist. Introducing the Whirlwind Hodoquake build. This is a weapon swap build. It is very mobile, very fun. I'm going to show you a pit run with this build before we hop into the skills. Check out the run. Pit run, pit run, pit run, pit run. We just did the pit run. Great job, everybody. Killed it. So that's the run right there. We're going to start with the skills. We're going to go up to the very top of the skill tree. For this build, we're just going to put 2 points in just to unlock the next tier. You can take any 2 that you want. This is not going to be running the traditional points into Bash in order to make Hammer of the Ancients guarantee the overpower. We're going to be getting it from a different source. We'll get to that when we get into the aspects. How you proc the overpower with Hammer of the Ancients is going to be very important. Hammer of the Ancients is not going to be your damage dealer. We're going to be putting points into Whirlwind up through Enhanced Whirlwind so that when we're hitting enemies, we're going to gain Fury. Fury generation is going to be very important for this, and if you set the build up right, you will have unlimited Fury. Only 1 point into Hammer of the Ancients. This is only going to be used for your Violent Hammer of the Ancients. After overpowering, Hammer of the Ancients deals 40% increased damage for 5 seconds. We're going to be getting an overpower less than every 5 seconds, so this is going to be up all the time. When Hammer of the Ancients hits an enemy, we can get up to 10 stacks, which is 30% increased Fury generation. The more we hit with Hammer of the Ancients, the more Fury generation we have, the more we can just consistently hit with this build. We're going to go 3 points into Warpath here. This is going to give us increased overpower damage. This is going to give us increased damage after we overpower, which Hammer of the Ancients is going to be forced to overpower, and I'll tell you how it's going to be forced later on. We're going to be taking Ground Stomp. This is going to be a source of earthquakes. We're also going to go all the way up through Tactical Ground Stomp. Ground Stomp is now going to be a brawling skill, so this will actually generate berserking for us, and we'll get to that later on down the skills. A source of vulnerable damage also, and then it does a ton more damage. 3 points into Imposing Presence for some additional maximum life. 3 points into Martial Vigor for some additional damage reduction. We're going to be going into Rallying Cry all the way down through Strategic Rallying Cry. This is going to be one of the sources of our Fortify here. One of the witch powers we have will give us some Fortify, but this is going to just pop that Fortify up right away. If you're running into Fury issues, you're just going to take a point out here, and you're going to put a point into Tactical Rallying Cry. Then we'll get additional Fortify generation from a different either Mercenary or the witch powers, and then you can safely run it with this here. But for now, I'm going to be running with this. We're going to be taking Outburst and Tough as Nails. This is how we're going to generate Thorns and also generate Bleed. We're going to be taking Thorns damage from Outburst. You gain 16 Thorns, and then anybody that is dealt damage by the Thorns is now also bleeding. So that's where your Bleed and your Thorns damage comes from. So that's where your Bleed and your Thorns damage comes from. We're going to be going 1 point into Warcry, all the way down through Power Warcry. We're going to be taking 3 points into Raid Leader. This is going to give us some additional healing while our shouts are up. Now it says that your shouts also heal your allies. That says that your shouts also heal your allies. It heals you and your allies. It's a little bit confusing on the wording here. We're going to be going 3 points into Booming Voice. That's going to increase the duration that your shouts are going to be up. We're going to go 3 points into Guttural Yell. While your shouts are up, we're going to deal... While your shouts are up, the enemies are going to deal 12% less damage. Aggressive Resistance, we're going to put 1 point here, and we're going to go put 1 point into Prolific Fury. If you find yourself having enough Fury and you don't need Prolific Fury, because we're going to be running the Ugly Bastard Helmet, you can take that point out and you can put somewhere else. For now, we're going to put it right into Prolific Fury now just to unlock these. We're going to go 3 points into Pit Fighter. This is going to give you increased multiplicative damage to close enemies, as well as straight damage reduction. We're going to go 3 points into Slaying Strikes. This is going to give us 15% increased damage to injured and healthy enemies. Healthy is anywhere above 80%. Injured is anywhere below 35% life. 3 points into No Mercies for some additional critical strike chance. You want to get to 100% critical strike chance. It's very important for the Quake builds. There's a couple different weapon swap builds out there that you don't need to run at 100%. This one is very important. It's going to get there through tempering. I'm not quite there, but we'll go over how to get there when we get into the gear. We're going to go 1 point into thick skin, 3 points into counteroffensive. When we have more than 50% of our maximum life is fortified, we're going to deal additional damage. 3 points into defensive stance. While you're fortified, you're going to gain additional damage reduction. You're also going to heal yourself for maximum life every second. We're going to be taking heavy hitter. This is new this season. They changed this, and it is absolutely so strong. Your ultimate skills, earthquakes, and dust devils are going to deal, for me, 375% increased damage. This can go up even higher because my tempering is not done yet. We're going to go 3 points into heavy-handed. This is going to give us additional critical strike damage when we're using a two-handed weapon. Then we're going to go 3 points into wallop. This is going to give us multiplicative damage to vulnerable enemies. 3 points into invigorating fury. This is going to give us additional life back as we spend 100 fury. We're going to spend fury pretty much every swap that we do will be 100 fury and 9% of your life back. We swap very fast. It's an incredibly great source of healing. I think it was 1 point. 1 point into Invigorating Fury. This is going to give us 3% increased life as we spend 100 Fury. Every single time that we swap, it's going to give us 3% back, and we swap. And try this one more time. Threw myself off. I was in a groove there. We're going to go 1 point into Invigorating Fury. You're going to heal yourself for 3% of your maximum life every single time that you spend 100 Fury. Every single weapon swap will be 100 Fury, so we're going to weapon swap a couple times a second, so you're going to heal quite a lot. We're going to go 5 points into Wrath of the Berserker, all the way down through Supreme Wrath of the Berserker. I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? Something wrong. We're going to do this. Has points here. You're wrong. Nope. Nope. It here? It is. It is. I'll have it in the planner. We're going to go 1 point into Invigorating Fury. This is going to give us 3% of our maximum life every single time that we spend 100 Fury. We're going to swap. Every time that we swap, we're going to be spending at least 100 Fury. So we're going to heal ourselves quite a lot and quite often. We're going to go 3 points, 5 points. Oh boy. Okay. We're going to go 5 points into Wrath of the Berserker, all the way down through Supreme Wrath of the Berserker. This is going to be some increased damage to our Berserking. Also going to be a source of Fury generation for us and a source of Unstoppable. Then we're going to take 1 point into Unconstrained. This is going to take your damage, well, this is going to take your Berserking bonus up to 60% from the original 25% that it's at. While you're below 65% life, you're going to be Berserk, and you're also going to take 30% less physical damage. Now, I said that we did 3 points into Raid Leader. It's actually going to be 2 points into Raid Leader, so follow along with the planner. The planner will be 100% accurate. It's also going to have all of the tempering that I want to have, not that I do have. So make sure you click the link in the description of the video. Click on that planner. You don't have to pause the video as you're going in order to try and keep up with it. The planner will allow you to swap through everything at your own pace. For the Paragon board here, going down to the starter board, when you're building Paragon boards this season, if you pick up a build guide and you look at it and the entire board is filled out, make sure that you don't follow along with that. You want to follow and make sure that you unlock every legendary node and every glyph slot first before you start branching out and getting things like your berserking bonuses down here or your damage reduction. You want to make sure that you get all of the glyphs and all of the legendary nodes unlocked. For the starter board, we're going to be running Wrath. This is going to give us back Fury every single time that we critically strike. That means that anytime that your Earthquakes critically strike, you're going to get back Fury. Anytime that your Hammer of the Ancients, it's going to also give you back Fury. At level 46, you gain a legendary power. That legendary power is going to be multiplicative. Your glyphs go from yellow to orange, and then you gain that additional bonus at the bottom. This is a huge, huge, huge source of increased power. Make sure that you don't stop at level 46 though. You double the damage of that multiplicative number going from 1 to 100. So whatever you can do to get there, if you need help, it is a slow grind. It doesn't have to be super fast. I leveled up my glyphs as I go. Every single time that I did another pit, I clicked the lowest one, and I leveled up the lowest one after I went to 46 with each of them. In the next board, we're going to be running Weapon Master. This is where you're going to get all of your Fury generation from. Every time that you swap weapons, you're going to get 8% of your maximum Fury. This is incredibly important, and you cannot run this version of the build without this. New this season, they also added you deal 30% increased damage to injured and healthy enemies. So this is exactly like Slaying Strikes. That healthy enemies is above 80%, and then injured is below 35% life. Inside of this board, we're running Executioner. But with Executioner, you're going to deal 15% increased multiplicative damage while you're using a polearms. We're going to have Whirlwind set to our polearm. We're going to have Hammer of the Ancients can only be set to your mace. That's why we're going to be running a polearms and a mace, and running Executioner here. It's going to give us that 15% increased damage. In the next board, we're going to be running Blood Rage. How this legendary node works. Killing a bleeding enemy has a 10% chance to grant berserking. That's not why we're using it. We're actually going to be using this because you gain 10% of your damage while berserking as a multiplicative number. That goes up to 45%. What that means is if you go into your stat line here and you scroll down to the bottom, I have 448% increased damage while berserking bonus. I get 10% of that, and that gives me that 45% increased damage. You don't really want to be under that number. If you go over, you're just adding some additional damage while berserking to your flat damage number, so it's not too bad if you go over it. You want to try and hit that sweet spot of that. If you follow along with the planner, I'll show you exactly where to put all of your tempers so that you can get that number. Inside the board, we're going to be running Ire. This is going to give us some of that additional damage while berserking bonus to help us hit this node here. It's also going to give us 10% reduced damage while we're berserking, and that's from elites. And then we get a multiplicative number to close enemies. For the final board, we're going to be running Decimator. That's not the final board. In the next board, we're going to be running Decimator. Each time you make an enemy vulnerable, your damage is going to be increased by 20%. Overpowering a vulnerable enemy, you're going to grant an additional 20% bonus. We're going to overpower all the time, and we're going to have vulnerable damage up all the time through our witch powers and through ground stomp. So we'll have that 40% increased damage up pretty consistently. For the glyph, we're going to be running Rumble. You want to put Rumble in the highest strength boards that you possibly can. So when you're building a board, if you go into any of the planners, because you should do your builds in a planner first, it's a really great way to not have to reset every single time that you make a mistake. You put this into the one that says that has the most strength. We get a whopping 1,368% increased damage to your earthquakes. Now it is only additive damage, but that's still a huge chunk of additive damage. So it is very, very important that you run this here. You're also going to deal 10% increased damage to bosses and crowd control enemies for each active earthquake, up to 50%. And then, on top of that, you gain an increased multiplicative damage to your earthquakes. For the final board, we're going to be running Force of Nature. This is brand new. This one right here is really, really big. The first part where you're going to spawn Dust Devils are not what they were a couple seasons ago, so they're not super strong. We're focused on the Earthquakes here. Earthquake's damage is going to be increased by 40% of your damage versus close bonus up to a maximum of 200%. So this works exactly like the Blood Rage node, where you take 10% of your damage while berserking bonus. This takes 40% of your damage versus close bonus, and then gives you 200% multiplicative damage to your earthquakes. It's a big one. Then we're going to be running Martial. After you cast a shout, your active cooldowns of all of your other non-shout skills are going to be reduced by 2 seconds. We're also going to get a increased multiplicative damage bonus with this. So that is the Paragon board. Now for the gear. We're going to be running the Ugly Bastard helmet. Forgot my occult gem. Ugh. How's everybody doing? You guys bored yet? Learning something, maybe? Okay,
I cannot
get out.
be in the wilderness.
Okay.
This
This is fun. Okay, good. All right, back to it. For the gear, we're going to be starting with the Ugly Bastard helmet. This is probably the strongest barbarian helmet out there. It is stronger than the Arab edition. It is stronger than the Harlequin's crest. The reason that this is so strong, this is going to take all of your direct damage while you're berserking and convert it to fire damage. Then it takes that fire damage and then it multiplies it by up to 100% increased damage. You have the chance to deal fire damage, you have Prolific Fury, and you have Aggressive Resistance. Prolific Fury is your Fury generation, Aggressive Resistance is damage reduction, and then you get Wrath of the Berserker cooldown. This is a very, very big helmet. It's really, really good. For the chest piece, we're going to be running Mantle of the Mountain's Fury. This is the one that everybody has been waiting for. It's finally fixed. What this is going to do, Hammer of the Ancients is going to form a seismic line that deals its damage and slows enemies' hit. So what the seismic line is, it means that it's going to shoot something out in front of you whenever you cast Hammer of the Ancients. Any earthquake that it passes through is going to explode for the total damage, and the earthquake is actually going to be consumed. It makes these beautiful explosions. We'll show it when we get into the gameplay loop right after the gear. For the gloves, we're going to be running Fists of Fate. This is just going to be a chance to deal a big, big, big amount of damage. Make sure that you guys follow along in the planner to get all of the correct masterworking crits. My gear is not 100% yet, so if you want to keep up with your gear and get your gear into a better spot than mine, follow along with the planner. For the pants, we're going to be running Tibalt's Will. This is going to give us some maximum resources, which we do need maximum resources with this, because weapon swapping does 8%. If that 8% that it takes is lower than what the cost of Hammer of the Ancients and your Whirlwind is, we run out of Fury. So having maximum Fury is actually very important for this build. You don't need a lot. You just need enough that that 8% allows you to continually cast Whirlwind and Hammer of the Ancients. This is also going to give us an additional multiplier every single time that we become unstoppable. We're going to get unstoppable from Rallying Cry. We're also going to get it from Wrath of the Berserker. We have two different sources here. That's what we're going to get from running the Tibalt's Will. The all stats is really important for these builds because we're going to be stacking strength. Stacking strength is going to give us a huge multiplier, which we're going to get to that aspect pretty soon. For the boots, we're going to be running Yen's Blessing. This, you probably can get away without running Yen's Blessing if you really wanted to. The all stats is going to be really nice here, but you can run something like this for strength. You will need the all resistances as a GA in order to try to keep up with your resistances. You may end up still a little bit short running this combination, so it's going to be up to you. This is just a guide. Play around with how you feel like you're going to be running it. Yen's Blessing has a 60% chance to cast one of the skills that's going to be on cooldown. It's going to be either Rallying Cry, Ground Stomp, or War Cry. Definitely not the best use of Yen's, but for the way that I had this set up, the Fury generation is going to be very important because we do need to do that. Movement speed is great. So that's why we're running Yen's for this build. For the bludgeoning weapon, we're going to be running Earthquakes. Your Ground Stomp is going to create an Earthquake. While standing in the Earthquake, and for 4 seconds afterwards, that's really important. You can stand in the Earthquake, and as soon as you leave it, for 4 seconds after, you're going to deal 120% increased damage. Your Earthquakes additionally are going to deal 120% increased damage. For the affixes here, we're going to be running Strength, Max Life, and Critical Strike damage. And then for your tempers, damage to close is where you get some of your damage to close numbers for, and then you're going to be running Heavy Hitter, which we saw was going to be a huge increase to your damage here for your Earthquakes. Holy cow. We were just joking around that as I was in the middle of recording this build guide, that we were going to get a massive raid, and here comes Dioxide. Thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. I was just in the middle of recording a build guide. Hey, chill. For the Whirlwind Hammer of the Ancients, the Quake build that's going to be hitting tomorrow. So if you guys want to stick around for it, I'm going to just finish up the video after we say hi to everybody. How was the stream, Dioxide? Yeah, so everybody, I'm Cliptus. I've been doing some barbarian stuff. We're getting ready to go on vacation starting tomorrow. I'll be gone for 9 days, right at the start of the lunar event, and then right when they're changing the Mantle of the Mountain Fury, which is a bummer, but that's okay. We have time. Hey, Sib. So, I'm gonna do some taboo setups. What's that? What's taboo setups? Oh, okay. Okay. Which ones are you gonna try tomorrow? Non-combo points, rapid fire with close. Ooh, okay. I love doing things like that, though. Like taking things that you're not supposed to do and trying to make it work. Yeah. That's super fun, honestly. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I also like doing things like, gosh, this happens to me every build guide that I record. Does this happen to anybody else that records build guides? Does that happen to you, Dioxide? Or do you actually move your character around? Or do I just take a long time to explain my builds? Every time. Happens all the time. And now it won't let me into the game. So normally I don't. Yeah, normally I don't. But I have to leave tomorrow for vacation. And I wanted to get the Whirlwind Hammer of the Ancients, the Hoda Quake build out, since everybody's been waiting for this chess piece. So I have to download this, because I think it goes live at 8 a.m. my time tomorrow. Download it, do a quick pit run, finish the editing process, put it in, upload it, and then post it before I have to leave tomorrow. So I wanted to get the recording done tonight. Normally I like to do the recording in my room, in my office by myself, so that when I'm like stumbling over my words, because I'm very good at that. Very good at that. I'll have to just close the game down and reopen it back up. Bearded Chippy. I'm not quite as bearded anymore. I had to shave the orange off. I guess we gotta close it down. Oh boy. Hey Elmo, how's it going? I know. I had to take the orange off though. It was time. I'm going on vacation tomorrow. Well, I'm going to a family reunion tomorrow. So, I had to look presentable, I guess. Or which build, Merlando? Pak Gar. Okay. I'm going to go back and record the rest of this video. So for anybody that is joining me, bear with me as we finish the rest of this. We're going to just finish the recording of the Whirlwind Hammer of the Ancients build. Yes, Pakgar, that's the one. After I just got kicked out, which honestly was probably a great time to get kicked out, because... so. Alright, I'm going to hop back in. We're just finishing up the gear. Then we're going to go over the gameplay loop so you guys can see how this plays. Yeah, no problem. Old Cup of Java. Yeah. So this type in exclamation point build. Java. Yep. Exclamation point build. That was my leveling build. Well, exclamation point build. That was the build that I used to transition out of my leveling build. That one worked really, really well. Okay, I'm going to go back to recording. Please bear with me. I'll get back to chat as soon as I finish up with this. For the bludgeoning weapon, we're going to be running earthquakes. Earthquakes, when ground stop is going to create additional earthquakes for you while standing in the earthquakes and for 4 seconds afterwards. So as soon as you leave that earthquake, you still gain 120% increased damage. Your earthquakes are also going to deal an additional 120% increased damage here. For the affixes, we're going to be running strength, max life, critical strike damage, and then we're going to be running damage to close and heavy hitter for your tempers. The damage to close is going to play into the force of nature board, where you needed to hit that 200%, where you need to hit that 40% of your damage versus close bonus to hit that 200% multiplicative for your earthquake numbers. This is the first place that we're going to start adding in close damage. For the first dual wield weapon, we're going to be running Battle Mad. You're going to gain up to 40% increased damage and berserking for 4 seconds after swapping weapons 8 times. You swap your weapons more than 8 times within that 4 seconds, so this is always going to be active. For the affixes, we're going to be running strength, max life, critical strike damage, and then for your tempers, we're going to be running critical strike damage and then ranks to heavy hitter. For the other weapon, we're going to be running For the other dual wield weapon, we're going to be running Executioner. Your overpowers will spawn an earthquake every 4 seconds. Your earthquake damage is going to be increased by 15% for every 100 strength that you have. That is a huge, huge bonus. This is why we're stacking all the all stats and why we stack strength. 735% is the damage bonus that I have right now, and that can go up. It even goes up even further when you add in one of the witch powers, but we'll talk about that after the gear. For the affixes, we're going to be running strength, max life, critical strike damage, and then we're going to be running additional damage to close, and then ranks to heavy hitters. Now remember, follow along with the planner so that you can get your tempering. Follow along with the planner so you can get your master working correct. For the slashing weapon, we're going to be running a polearm. So make sure you specifically have to use the polearm because that's going to activate your executioner glyph. We're going to be running incendiary fissures. Your earthquakes deal up to 120% increased damage, and your damage is converted to fire damage. So your damage from your earthquake is going to get converted to fire damage. Your ugly bastard does up to 100% increased fire damage. But this is a big, big combination here. That's why we're going to be running incendiary fissures on the two-handed weapon. For your affixes, we're going to be running strength, max life, critical strike damage. This is where we get a lot of our damage while berserking bonus also on your tempers. You want to run chance to cast earthquakes twice. You get this up to max, it's over 90% increased chance to cast earthquakes twice. You can have up to 10 earthquakes maximum total. So this will allow you to get there within the duration of your earthquakes. For the first ring, we're going to be running Earth Strikers. This is where we guarantee that your overpower comes from your Hammer of the Ancients. After swapping weapons 8 times, your non-basic skills will overpower, and they're going to deal additional damage. The additional damage doesn't really matter, because this is just going to be the Force Hammer of the Ancients to overpower. Whirlwind cannot overpower, so that means that we will always guarantee that this Hammer of the Ancients gets that guaranteed overpower. Ground Stomp can overpower, but the amount of times that we're going to be swapping very, very quickly is most of the time will go to your Hammer of the Ancients. For your for your affixes here, we're going to be running Strength, Max Life, Critical Strike Chance until you hit your 100%. Having your Ring of Starless Sky, which we'll talk about in just a second, will help you get to that 100% critical strike chance. But for now, we're going to be running critical strike chance here. If you can swap that out, attack speed is incredibly important for this build. It'll allow you to swap back and forth between Whirlwind and Hammer of the Ancients faster. More swaps, more overpowers, more damage. So attack power plays a pretty big role in this build. For the Tempers, we're going to be running Brawling cooldown here, or Wrath of the Berserker cooldown. It's going to be up to you. Brawling will do your Warcry and also your Ground Stomp. Wrath of the Berserker, we want to get this down as low as we can. So Wrath of the Berserker cooldown will probably be your best in slot if you can do it. And then we're going to be running Damage to Close. This is going to cap out our Damage to Close bonus for that legendary node. Need to hydrate. Doing a lot of talking. For the other ring, we're going to be running the Ring of Starless Sky. Spending your primary resources reduces the cost of your skills and increases your damage by up to 50%. Your Hammer of the Ancients and your Whirlwind will now cost 50% less. That'll help with our Fury generation. It's also going to deal 50% more damage, and that's across the board. That's all of the damage that you're going to be doing, including your earthquakes. The GA here definitely is going to be critical strike chance. If you can get one, that's where you're going to make sure that you get to your 100% increased critical strike chance bonus. I'm only at 84%. If I had a GA and a triple here, that would cap me out. For the amulet, we're going to be running... For the amulet, we're going to go put on the right aspect. Oh. Oops. Then we'll find out what we're going to be running on the amulet. How often does everybody forget to put their aspects on? Is it just me?
Oh, thy father bless.
All the time. All the time. Jeez. All right. For the amulet, we're going to be running Bull Kathos. We don't have leap on our bar, but that's not why we're using this. That is going to be some... We don't have leap on our bar, but we're not going to be using this for the leap that creates earthquakes. While standing in an earthquake and for 4 seconds afterwards, we're going to gain 30% damage reduction. That's a really big number right there. Your earthquakes are also going to deal up to 90% increased damage with this on the amulet. For the affixes here. Now, you can either go a couple different ways with your affixes. You can go really super high end, and you can get your strength percent, and then you can go heavy-handed and ranks of pit fighter. That's going to be your high-end gear. If you can find that, perfect. For me, I'm running strength, max life, heavy-handed. I'm running raid leader or... And then for the Tempers, I'm running either Raid Leader or Invigorating Fury just for a little bit more tankiness, more healing, and then Wrath of the Berserker cooldown here. That's a gear. Let's talk about the gems. For the Occult Gems, I'm going to be running Hungering Void here. You do have the option to run your Moonlight Ward if you're feeling a little squishy. You can add that in. I really love having a pull. Whether you have an aura active, every 8 seconds is going to pull you in. Whether you have an aura active, every 8 seconds is going to pull nearby enemies in, and it pulls them from a pretty big distance. This, for me, makes quality of life so much better. So I'm just running this for the quality of life. If I get to a point where I get squishy, I'll run and I'll swap out those. For the other one, this one we're going to be running Dust Stone. This is going to do 2% increased damage for each enemy affected by aura. For each enemy affected by auras or hexes. Then we're going to be running Friend of the Bog. You're going to gain 8% of your primary core stat and 10% of your maximum life. It also makes you unhindered. Somebody pointed out to me in chat that this actually takes away your movement speed reduction from Whirlwind. So if you're running a Whirlwind build, you can put on the Friend of the Bog, and you are completely unhindered from that movement speed bonus. You can fly around at 200% movement speed and not lose that about 40 to 45% that you normally would lose. For the armor, we're going to be running all rubies because we want to stack as much strength as you possibly can so that you get as much as you can out of that executioner bonus. For the weapons, we're going to be running critical strike damage. You can run vulnerable damage. Whatever you're going to do, I think the critical strike damage is the highest additive number. If you're running 100% critical strike chance, this is a great option for you. For your runes, we're going to be running Tam Ohm. This is going to, whenever you cast 24... Is it supposed to be Puck? Puck Tech. Tam Ohm. I think I was running Tam Cry. I was running Tam Cry. For the runes, we're going to be running Tam Cry. This is another source of pulling. If there's something that you want to, if there's something else you want to run, if you wanted to run something like Gar to get that critical strike chance up to 100%, you can do that too. I really like the quality of life of pulling monsters in consistently into your earthquakes, because if they run out of those earthquakes, then you're not doing any damage, because that's where all of your earthquake damage comes from. So that's why I'm running your Cry rune here. For the other set of runes, we're going to be running Puck Tech. There's a lot of different combinations that you can run. I tested out a whole bunch of different ones. There's some really weird interactions when you put different ones into this particular build. I tried running Tam here, but when we're holding down the Whirlwind button and we tap the Hammer of the Ancient button, it doesn't record it for Tech as it casting a skill. It's very, very weird, and I'm not too sure why. But it does work for running it on the other weapon. It's only when you're running Tech. I tried running Igni. Igni works too if you don't. Igni works too, but Puck was a little bit more consistent because of how fast we're spending Fury. So that's why I end up running with this. If you find a combination that works really, really well for you, better than this, let me know in the comments. We can make some adjustments to the planner if I go and test them out and it does work. But from what I've seen, this one is definitely going to be the best way to go. For the witch powers, what we're going to be running, and we'll talk about the occult gems and how they're going to tie into it. We're going to be running your soul harvest here. Whenever you use a cooldown, you're going to gain... Whenever you use a cooldown, you gain 1% of your primary core stat per surrounding enemy. There's been a couple of videos that have come out where everybody is saying that this is broken, which kind of is. It snapshots for you, and what that means is that it saves a stat. If you use this around one enemy, and then you go to another enemy, and you use it again, it's going to continuously stay at 1. But what I've realized is as I'm running the pits, and I pull a gigantic group of enemies, if I had only used it around 10, and then I use an additional cooldown when I have a group of 20, it bumps up to 20. It'll never go back down to 10, even if I'm around one enemy. So if you use this around a big group that you pull, it will save that gigantic number, which is, I think 65 is the cap. I haven't seen it go any higher than 65, and I pull some really big groups of monsters, which means that I gain 65% of my core primary stat. So it's going to be a really, really big number, and I'll show you what to look for on your bar so you can see how many stats that you have stacked up based on how many enemies that you are around when you use a core skill. Based on how many enemies you're around when you use a cooldown. We're also going to be running Shaken Soul. This is one of the sources of vulnerable damage. Whenever we deal any source of damage with our witch powers, it's going to make those enemies vulnerable. Hex of Whispers. For the pits, and this is going to be a pit pushing build because that's what we're doing this build for. This is very, very strong. And strong in a way that I don't know if it's working as intended. When you get into the pits and you get to the boss fight, if you get hit by a shade, those shades echo. If you get hit by an echo, those echoes put a debuff on you that make you take more damage. Hex of Whispers, after it hits 6 times, it comes back to you and cleanses all negative effects. And it grants you Fortify. This is one of our sources of Fortify. Some of the negative effects that this removes includes those echo debuffs. So if you're running Hex of Whispers, you now no longer need to worry about getting hit by the shades. It just removes the debuff right from you, and it removes it very quickly. I don't think I've had more than 2 stacks fighting a boss ever. I stand there, and I don't have to move out of anything now because the builds are tanky, and I'm not building up stacks. We're going to be running Aura of Siphoning here. An Aura of Siphoning surrounds you, and it deals damage. This is going to work with Shaken Soul, because we're going to be dealing damage. Each time that you deal damage, you're going to heal yourself for 1% of your maximum life. We're also going to be running Aura Specialization. That's why you see this gigantic circle around me. That is taking your Aura of Siphoning, and you make it huge, so that is going to hit more enemies, and it's going to heal you for more life. For your unique power, we're going to be running the Cycle. When active, when you deal damage, you have a 15% chance to grow a flower that reacts when stepped on. When activated by an enemy, it's going to deal damage. When activated by an ally, it's going to heal surrounding allies for 10% of their maximum life. A flower can only activate once and can only grow on a specific enemy for every 2 seconds. These actually spawn very, very quickly. It's pretty crazy how much they spawn. And your mercenaries can spawn the flowers as well too. We're running 1, 2, 3 different growth and decay, because if we go here, this one is going to be hexes and auras. So we're running Hex of Whispers and we're running Aura of Siphoning. That's how we're going to get our damage increase. And then we need 3 different growth and decay powers. So we now have our 1, 2, 3 growth and decay. We have our hexes and we have our auras up. That's how you're activating your cult gems with your witch powers. For the expertise here, we're going to be running your 2-handed axe expertise. This is going to be a 10% increased damage to vulnerable enemies. We're going to get that through Shaken Soul and Ground Stomp. You do not have to have a 2-handed axe equipped in order to take advantage of this. All you have to do is just equip this expertise and you gain that bonus. For the mercenaries, a couple different options here. I actually really like running Rahir as my reinforcement. The reason that I like running Rahir as a reinforcement, this is going to be using Bastion. I pull a gigantic group in order to get my buffs up and get myself set up. I then cast the ability, which is going to be Hammer of the Ancients. It will spawn Bastion. I can get my buffs up. I can get set up. I like running it that way. You can swap the 2 around if you want. You can run Variana as your opportunity, but I'm running Subo. It makes running the pits really easy. I know if I need to go look into a room because it has a map hack. You can see where all the monsters are. We also get additional movement speed here after we damage an elite enemy. And we're getting a 25% increased multiplicative critical strike damage for anything that is hit by cover fire with Subo. Okay. Yeah, Sin, I'm going to actually show the increases using the target dummies. So, but yeah, no, that's a good point. Okay, I'm going to do, I have one more section left, and we just have the gameplay loop. And that should be everything. Thank you, everybody, for putting up with me recording. I appreciate it. The last thing we're going to go over is the gameplay loop. We're going to talk about all of the different buffs that you're going to see, what elixirs to run, what incense to run, depending on where your character's at, right? With my build here, my HP is a little bit low, so generally I like to run Elixir of Fortitude just to make myself feel a little bit more squishy. Just to make myself feel a little less squishy. Depending on your gear and where your greater affixes are, Like, I am missing a lot of greater affixes for life. If those were greater affixes, my life would be in a much better spot. So depending on where your gear is, you can change around, but either your Elixir of Fortitude or your Elixir of Advantage for that additional attack speed. Then we're going to be running Ancient Times for your 100 Strength, Soothing Spices for your additional resistances here, and 2% additional above your 70% cap. And then we're going to be running Red Amine Buzz for some additional life. So now we go up to 22,000. You feel a little bit less squishy at this. If you can aim for about 25 to 27,000 life, you're going to feel perfect, but it still works. The build is still relatively tanky for what it is right now with the gear that I have. Things to look out for. So your witch powers, this is your auras that are going off right here. You can see right here, our damage is going to be increased as we are over here. Now, when we use a cooldown, if you watch your strength here, use a cooldown with 1, we're going to gain 1 primary stat right here. It's going to increase your strength. When we add in additional dummies here, we're going to put multiple dummies on. And you see it cooling down, but as soon as we start doing damage again, it's now back to 1. And it stays at 1. It's constantly refreshing at 1, even though there's 5 enemies around. So now we're going to use another cooldown. When we use another cooldown, it goes up to 5, but we haven't actually increased our strength at all. It stayed right where it was at. So now, in order to reset that, you gotta run back. And then you gotta wait. And then it wears off, we go back down. Now when we run back over here, and now we cast a skill with a cooldown, now it goes up by a lot. So what you want to do is you want to pull a gigantic group of monsters first when you're starting high-level pit runs. Pull that group, use a skill with a cooldown. If we drop back down to just a single right here, it keeps my 5. My stacks don't go down. Even if I cast 1, it never goes back down to 1. So I've cast a skill, it still says 5. I'm still getting my extra strength. It's not changing even though I'm using skills with cooldown. So that's what snapshotting is. So it's going to give you whatever your initial is that you use when you have the group of monsters. So you want to make sure that that group of monsters is a nice big one so you can get the biggest bonus to your strength as you possibly can. All right, so opinion for everybody. I never upgrade them, Java. They're always level 1. Always. Dev, which one are you looking for? So I'm going to be posting this tomorrow after the chess piece goes live. I'm going to record gameplay when it goes live so that it's the new chess piece. Do you think I should just wait and record the gameplay loop section of this in the training grounds? It's not really for the damage, and I guess I could just turn off damage numbers. It's more for gameplay, so I think I'm just going to turn off the damage numbers. And then I'll get an actual recording of the gameplay loop, or the gameplay tomorrow inside of the pits. I mean, it's still doing trillions of... I don't know, it's still doing trillions of damage. I guess we'll just record it. That's fine. Is it actually healing me? Looks like it. Looks like it is. Yeah, looks like it is healing me. Okay. These dummies hit really hard. So for the gameplay loop, how this is going to work, you're going to hold the whirlwind button. Now, this is usable on both the PC and on the controllers. I really like the transition on the controller, so I normally run on the controller, but if you're going to be running on the PC, all you do is hold your shift button down, and then you're going to swap back and forth between the whirlwind and your Hammer of the Ancients. As soon as you start moving again, you hit the Hammer of the Ancients button. If you're using on the controller, same thing, you're going to hold down the whirlwind button, and then you're just going to hit your Hammer of the Ancients button. Now you can actually swap back and forth between weapons because your pole arms is set to your whirlwind and your hammer is always going to be your base. So now we're swapping back and forth between weapons because of the way that this is set up. So make sure that your whirlwind is set to pole arms. And your mace, you can't change Hammer of the Ancients, that's always going to be the way that it is. That's going to be how you're going to run this build, and then you're just going to swap back and forth. Hammer is going to give that line in front of it where it shoots out. So you want to make sure that you're aiming your hammer towards wherever the earthquakes are. So this is doing, it's going to be, that was bad. That was words. Depending on what you're, and how you're, oh boy, let's try this again. Oh boy. Now remember, your sources of Unstoppable are going to be your Rallying Cry and your Wrath of the Berserker. If you're in a dungeon where you're constantly getting crowd controlled, make sure that you alternate the two. I have my Wrath of the Berserker up now that my Rallying Cry is gone, so I'm going to maintain all of that Unstoppable. Then you just keep on bouncing back and forth and casting your Whirlwind and then casting your hammers. This is going to be all of your weapon swapping here. So this is going to be how many times that you have weapon swap before you guarantee an overpower. This is going to be your weapon swapping and it's going to give you that additional damage from your Battle Mad aspect here. So every time that you hit the Whirlwind, then you hit the hammer, that's going to give you an additional stack right here. Whirlwind, hammer. Now that you see the little fist here, that gives you a guaranteed overpower next. And that's going to be on your Hammer of the Ancients. So that's the build, everybody. Get in there, hit the pits real hard because I cannot wait to see where you go and how far you cleared. Can we take down the Necromancers with this new change to the chess piece? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm alive every night. Stop by, say hi, Theorycraft with me. Catch you on the clip side. Okay. Here we go. Yes, I'm using Yen's Blessing for this build. I'm using it for the all stats and for the resource generation. Updated tomorrow. I'm recording this to post tomorrow because I go on vacation tomorrow. So I only have a couple hours before everything goes live. Or before I leave, after it goes live. I'm pre-recording, basically. But, so, this is not updated yet. And I've done 4.5 trillion, and it's not even updated yet. This is going to hit really hard tomorrow. Really hard. Thank you, thank you. Alright. Master Chief, how's it going?
It's what I do.
I know I don't want it to be that way though. I don't want to do trillions. I want to do billions. I want to do a billion. I want to be trying to do a billion. That's what I want. I don't want to see trillions. At all. It's lame. Lame. Okay, well, let's see now. Make sure this planner is correct. All right, everybody, I have to go a raid. Have to fly out in the morning, so I gotta get some sleep. But I I will be back. So don't forget about me, everybody. I promise. I'm gonna have this build guide that we just recorded, edited, and up and live when the servers go live tomorrow with the patch. Yeah, whatever, Van. So we're gonna go raid someone that just came back to Diablo 4. So let's go give them a nice welcome. They got so. Hey, I'm heading to the East Coast, Lauren. All right, we're gonna go raid. I will be back on the 13th. I'll probably stream that night, but we'll see how it goes. But that's a long time. So, all right, catch you on the clip side. They're fixing it soon, Jason.